I don't think you guys can hear the I don't think you guys can hear the music now though, can you? I don't have a dashboard or anything. Unforgiving aim. Background fan noise from my PC? Really? Hold on. Fuck me. Let's see. Let me see what I can do about this. Hold up. Where's my fucking... Oh, it's in here. Watch this. Yeah, the TV's on. How about now? Can you hear music now? Loud? Oh shit, hold on. What about now? I'll just turn it down. How's that? Good. Alright, bet. There we go. Alright. Unforgiving aim. I love some of this art shit. 3 mana. Choose one. Destroy target creature with flying. Destroy target enchantment. Create a 12 or 2/2 black and green elf creature token. Not bad. Pretty decent. Are you gonna read that, mana box? Motherfucker, man. Okay. We got the Elder Auntie. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 black and red goblin creature token for 3. Not terrible. Love the art, and the art on these are dope. Blight Rot. Put 4 -1/-1 counters on a target. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Kolrath Mystic. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature gets +2/+0 and gains Vigilance until end of turn. 3 mana, 2/4. Pretty good. Decent. Nothing groundbreaking. Hold on. We gotta... Okay. Chaos Spewer. When this creature enters, you may pay 2. If you don't, blight 2. Blight is to blight 2, put 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control. Damn. For a 5/4, that's pretty decent. Oh my god, we're freaking out here. We're gonna have problems with my... thing for sure. Okay, you know what? Stop. Meryl Sky Swimmer. Convoke. 5 casting cost. Create a Merfolk. Love the Merfolk peoples. They are my peoples. Ow! I am so over this shit. Fuck this day. The fucking camera. Dose of Dawn Glow. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if it isn't your main phase, Blight 2. Okay. Interesting. Prisma Basher. Here we go. In typical green fashion. 6 mana. Trample. Vivid. When this creature enters up to X target creatures you control get XX, and then in turn where X is the number of colors among permanents. Oh, okay. Pretty good. Pretty decent. We got the Gathering Stone. Serve to the creature type spells of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. Okay. When this artifact enters at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it is a card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into the graveyard. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. Sour Bread Ante. Oh, we got a Sour Bread Ante. When this creature enters, you may blight 2. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red goblin creature tokens. Okay. I'm noticing a theme here already, the blightness. Oh, a mythic. Bitterbloom Bearer. Look at that art. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Flash flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. Okay. That could scale you up pretty fast with those 1/1s. Okay. Oh, a $20 card. Holler! And then for our foil, we got Eclipsed Flamekin. Nice. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an elemental, island, or mountain card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Wow. Okay. Like that. I like that. And then, oh, we got our first land of the game, or of the packs here. Look at that. Yo, these lands are dope. Alright, next pack here. Next pack up. Burning Curiosity. As an additional cost to this spell, to cast this spell, you may blight. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. If this spell's additional cost was paid, exile the top 3 cards instead. Until next turn, you may play those cards. I like exiling cards like that. That's not it. No. Holy shit. Alright, we're done cataloging. I'll catalog these later. Vile Bogart. When this creature dies, put a -1/-1 counter on up to one target creature. Dang, like that. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. Okay. That's pretty good. You could cast that on your own creatures with blight counters and then recast them. Liminal Hold. Hold on. God damn it. Okay. Up next we have Liminal Hold. When this enchantment enters, exile up to one target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. You gain 2 life. Okay, good for creature control. We got a Dawn's Light Archer. Flash. Reach. I love flash creature spells. 3 mana, 4/2. Brambleback Brute. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove a counter from this creature. Target creature can't block this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Nice. Mist Meadow Council. The spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a Kithkin. When this creature enters, draw a card. So it's potential 3 mana, 4/3. Decent. Another Chaos Spewer. Twin Flame Travelers. Look at this art, man. So dope. If a triggered ability of another elemental you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. Wow, okay. So, elemental stacking. Eclipsed Kithkin. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Kithkin Forest or Plains card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. 2 mana. Pretty good. Oh! Yo, our first full art. Look at that. Deep Channel Duelist. I love merfolks, man. Yo. 2 packs in and this set has not disappointed already. Look at this art. At the beginning of your end step, untap target merfolk you control. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1. Look at that toughness and power border. Yo, this is dope. I love this card. And then we got Sig. We got Sig. Wandering Wisdom. Sig can't be blocked. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Sig, Wandering Wisdom, target creature gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, planeswalker, draw a card until end turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 white mana. If you do, transform Sig. Can't be blocked. Yo, such a good card. Gold Meadow Nomads for our holo. Exile from the graveyard, create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. Evacuate only as a sorcery. Yo, look at that plains, man. Alright, you know what? Final Fantasy was my favorite land art. This is going to be a close second here. And then our treasure token. And elf token. Nice. Love it. Alright. 3 packs in, and I am already impressed. As an OG Magic player, love it. I should have emptied my garbage before doing this. Chat, my bad. I apologize wholeheartedly. Crossroads Watcher. Well, seeing how my OBS wasn't giving me any good freaking camera views or anything like that, and my TikTok camera was looking good, I decided let's just run it on the phone. Let's just run it on the phone. Crossroads Watcher. Trample. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+0 potential. Enraged Flamecaster. What up, Zeusy Poo? Can you hear me, by the way? I did not even think if you could hear me or not, or how well you can hear me. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature deals... Okay. 2 damage to each opponent. Pretty good. Anti-sentence! We got a lot of antis in here, man. I thought this was Lorwyn, not Native American. Choose 1. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land permanent card from it. That player discards that card, or target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. That's a good... That's good. Good card. Summit Sentinel. Yo, if that's not Game of Thrones vibes, I don't know what is. When this creature dies, draw a card. Plain and simple. 2 mana. 2 blue mana. For all you psychopath blue players out there. Wanderbrine Preacher. When this creature becomes tapped, you gain 2 life. What? Damn. I like that. Typical white fashion. Tend the Sprigs. Search a library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then if you control 7 or more lands and or treefolk, create a 3/4 green treefolk creature token with reach. That's what's up. Mana ramp. Mischievous Sneakling. Changeling. This card is every creature type. And it also has flash. I like that. Moonlit Lamenter. Look at this art, bro. This creature enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. Remove a counter from this creature, draw a card. Only activate as a sorcery. Let's get some proliferate up on that. Bogart Mischief. When this enchantment enters, you may blight one. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red goblin creature tokens. Whenever a goblin creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Damn. Can you say Albed Salvagers with this? That's what I'm talking about. Shine Striker. Flying. When this creature enters, draw cards equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. This is dope. We got a Soulbright Seeker. As this will cost this spell, behold an elemental, or pay 2. To behold an elemental, choose an elemental you control, or reveal an elemental card from your hand. Target creature you control gains trample until end of turn. If this is the 3rd time this ability has resolved, this turn add 4 red mana. Damn. Bristlebane Battler. Trample Ward 2. This creature enters with 5 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever another creature you control enters, while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter for it. Dang. That could get ugly real quick. That could get ugly super quick. Holy cow. I can see this being a problem. I can see that being a big problem. Oh, we got a full art back here. Something? Is that a land maybe? I don't know. Or is that a... No, I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. Scarblade Scout. It's an elf scout. When this creature enters, mill 2 cards. Okay. Not too bad. Foil on it. We got a forest. Nice. And then... Oh my god. I hate these cards. I hate these cards. You can use this card to represent a double-faced card. Okay. 3 packs in. It's like McDonald's up in here. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. Oh my god, another Enraged Flamecaster. What? What is up with these dupes? Okay, here is a new one. Wanderwine Distractor. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Damn. I like that. A Wanderbrine Preacher. Whenever this creature becomes tapped... Oh, man, we already got that one. Come on, something new, man. Midnight Tilling. Mill 4 cards, then you may return a permanent card from among them to your hand. Okay. Let's ramp some shit up. Ooh, love this. Changeling Wayfinder. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Then shuffle. This is pretty dope. I like the art on this too. Stoic Grove Guide. Exile this card from your hand, graveyard. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create a 2/2 black and green elf creature token. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Interesting. Impolite Entrance. Here's Johnny. Target creature gains trample and haste until end of turn. Dang. Give us your porridge. Give us your porridge. Wretched Wretch. Okay. When this creature dies, if it had a -1/-1 counter on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and it loses all abilities. Okay. Lofty Dreams. Convoke. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, draw a card. Enchant creature gets 2/2 and has flying. Nice. Here's some Lorwyn art here. Liss Alana Dignitary. As an additional cost to this spell, behold an elf, or pay 2. To behold an elf, choose an elf you control, or reveal an elf card from your hand. Tap it. Add 2 mana. Activate only if there's an elf card in your graveyard. Okay. Yo, Rise. The Evermore. Look at that shit. Yo, Thanos just snapped, bro. He was like... When Rise enters, another target creature you control gains Persist until end of turn. When it dies, if it has no +1/+1 or no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its control with a -1/-1 counter. That's pretty good. Remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Oh, what? Yo, that could go hard. That could go super hard. Midnight Tilling in the Hollow. We already got that one. And then a Swamp. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. And then another one. What the? How we get 2 of those? Okay. Running up the packs here. Riverguard's Reflexes. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike until end of turn. Untap it. Nice. We got a Wildvine Pummeler. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each color among permanents you control. Reach and trample. A Flamekin Guildweaver. When this creature enters, create a treasure token. You know me, I love my treasure tokens. Dawnhand Eulogist. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards. Then if there is an elf card in your graveyard, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Okay. Stratosaur. When this creature enters, target creature gains flying until end of turn. Basic land cycling. A Wary Farmer. At the beginning of your end step, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, surveil 1. Nice. Mischievous Sneakling. Already saw that bad boy. Darkness Descends. Put 2 -1/-1 counters on each creature. On each creature? Like every creature? What? That's crazy. Crazy strong. A Warren Torchmaster. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, you may blight 1. When you do, target creature gains haste until end of turn. Okay. Flock Imposter. Yo, this guy's sus. This guy's sus. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target creature you control to its owner's hand. Good, I like that. Pestered Wellguard. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. Nice. Oops, getting ahead of ourselves here. Hollowed Fountain. Add a blue or white. As this land enters, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. Okay. I don't know why it's a $7 card, but whatever. And then our holo is Eclipsed Marrow. Look at this merfolk, man. It's like a dead merfolk. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. As you reveal a merfolk, plains, or island card from among them, and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Then we got a Hollow Swamp. And a Treasure and Elf Token again. Alright. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. I like looking at all this art and everything, but I'm going to be here for 4 hours if I don't pick it up a little bit. Cinder Strike. The Cinder Strike costs this. A Blight. Cinder Strike deals 2 damage to target creature. It deals 4 damage to that creature instead of the spell's additional cost was paid. Dang. That's an easy way to get rid of some heavy hitters early. Barbed Bloodletter. Attached to a creature you control. That creature gains Wither until in turn it deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Holy. Okay. Counters instead of damage. Another Stratosaur. Get out of here, Stratosaur. Reluctant. Reluctant Doomguard. Love the art. Enters with 2 -1/-1 another creature you control enters while this creature has -1. Remove. I like this. I'm seeing some -1/-1 love going on here. Tend the Sprigs. We already got that one. Flaring Cinder. Whenever this creature enters and whenever you cast a spell with mana 4 or greater, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay. Wary Farmer. Another one. Pummeler for Hire. Mercenary. When this creature enters, you gain X life, where X is the greatest power among giants you control. Okay. That could get ugly really quick. Springleaf Drum. Tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Creekwood Saferight. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it at the beginning of each end step. If there's an elf card in your graveyard and this creature has a -1, remove a -1/-1 counter. Yo! Mornsong Aria. Players can't draw cards or gain life. What? At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life, searches the library for a card, puts it into their hand, and then shuffles. What? Oh my god. That is busted. That is busted. Steam Vents. Swat Away. 2 less to cast if a creature is attacking you. The owner of target spell or creature puts their choice at the top of their bottom of their library. Dang. Get fucked. A Forest. Nice. Very cool. And then a Shapeshifter. And Merfolk token. Gotta love it. Tributary Vaulter. When this creature becomes tapped, another target merfolk you control gets +2/+0. Okay. Gilt Leaf's Embrace. When this aura enters, enchanted creature gains trample and indestructible until end of turn. Tweeze. 3 damage to any target. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Look at that. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may blight 2. If you do, draw a card and lose 1 life. Unexpected Assistance. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Moon Glove Extractor. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Gravegill Scoundrel. When this creature attacks, you may tap another untapped creature you control. If you do, this creature can't be blocked. Gnarlbark Elm. This creature enters with 2/-1s. Remove 2 counters from this creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Dang. I like that. You may cast a spell as though it had flash if you control a fairy. Hexproof as long as it's untapped. Personify. Exile a target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Interesting. Stingslinger. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. Pretty cool. Yo, look at this art. Sig's Command. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target merfolk you control. Create target player or creatures target player controls gain lifelink until end of turn. Target player draws a card, tap a target creature, put a stun counter on it. That's what's up. Wanderbind Preacher again, and a frickin' Hollow again. Hollow Forest and a Worm token. Boom. Scarblade's Malice. Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. When that creature dies this turn, create a 2/2 Black Elf green creature token. Okay. I don't get how they worded those. Like, what if it doesn't die this turn? When this aura enters, tap Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature can't become untapped, and it can't have counters put on it. Gallant Foul Knight. +1/+0 until end of turn. Kithkin creatures you control also gain first strike until end of turn. Safe Right Cavalry. This creature can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Target elf you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Reckless Ransacking. Target creature gets 3/2 until end of turn. Create a treasure token. Like that. You know me and my treasure tokens. I love treasure tokens. Now, another Skyscraper. Another Moon Glove Extractor. Prismatic Undercurrents. When this enchantment enters, search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle. You may play an additional land on each turn. Damn. God damn. Boulder Dash. 2 damage to any target, and 1 damage to any other target. Noggle the Mind. Enchant creature loses all abilities and a colorless Noggle with base power and toughness 1/1. Dang, that's rough. Mud Button Curse Tosser. Okay. Behold. This creature can't block. When this creature dies, destroy target creature with an opponent controls with power 2 or less. Alright. Hexing Squelcher. The spell can't be countered. Take that, blue. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have ward, pay 2 life. Oh my god, that's huge. That's huge against blue. That's like an anti-blue card right there. That's a $30 card right there. What? Stoic Grove Guide. Oh, we already got that. We got that in the holo this time. Swamp. And another elf token. Yo, we are a few packs deep in this already. And we are like McDonald's up in here. We're loving it. Feed the Flames. Hold one of those. Dream Caesar. When this creature enters, you may blight 1. If you do, each opponent discards a card. Okay. Silvergill Peddler. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Okay. Sun Dappled Celebrant. Look at that. Tree Folk. Great Forest Druid. Add 1 mana of any color. Bam, that's a blocker early. I like that. Flame Chain Mauler. This creature gets +1/+0 and gains menace until end of turn. 2 mana, 2 mana. Pretty good. I like that. Prideful Feastling. Lifelink. Okay. Rooftop Preacher. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target creatures from your graveyard. You gain 2 life. Nice. Like the art on that. Pestered Wellguard. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy with flying. I think I already had one of those. Reaping Willow. Remove 2 counters from this creature. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Dope art. Seer. Yo, he's seared. Creature or planeswalker. Key rule, Attentive First Year. Okay. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only once each turn. That's actually dope. What's up, baby? Colwrath Mystic in a holo this time. Hollow Swamp. Dope as hell. And then a treasure token. Treasure? Treasure? Reluctant Dawnguard. Already got one of those. Looks pretty dope. Liss, Alana Informant. When this creature enters or dies, surveil 1. Okay, like that. Like that style. Bone Club Berserker. This creature gets +2/+0 for each other goblin you control. What? Goblin deck's coming back around. What? Bogslither's Embrace. Blight or pay 3. Exile target creature. Temporal Cleansing. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it into the library second from the top or on the bottom. Crazy. Second from the top. Riverguard's Reflexes, we've seen that. Forging Wickermaw. Add 1 mana of any color. This creature becomes that color until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Okay. I like that. Burdened Stoneback. Remove a counter from this creature. Target creature gains indestructible end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Luminal Lusk. When this creature enters, you gain life equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Typical. Requiting Hex. As an initial cost of the spell, you may blight 1. Destroy target creature with mana value 2 or less. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you gain 2 life. Silvergill Mentor. Create a 1/1. Okay. Sapling Nursery. Affinity for Forest. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each forest you control. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 tree green treefolk creature with token with reach. Exile this enchantment. Treefolk and forest you control gain indestructible in turn. Holy overpowered Batman. That's crazy. Yo, we're getting out forests left and right for that card. Holy. That's a game changer. Thoughtweft Lieutenant. Oh, you've seen that one. Just got it in a hollow this time. A mountain and a treasure token. Next pack. Need a couple more full arts up in here. Gristle Glutton. Discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Here, why don't I, to make this a little bit easier, hold on. We are going to shift a little bit. We are going to shift. There we go. Bogart Prankster. Whenever you attack, attacking goblin you control gets +1/+0. Love it. Run away together. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hand. Okay. Some blue shit. Some blue fuckery. Timid Shield Bearer. Creatures you control get +1/+0 or +1/+1 till end of turn. Midnight Tilling. Already gotten that one. Changeling Wayfinder. Another one. Another one of those Changeling Tillings. Changeling Wayfinders. Flaring Cinder. When this creature enters and whenever you cast a spell... Oh, yeah, we've gotten one of these already. Morkant's Loyalists. Other elves you control get +1/+1. When this creature dies, return another target elf card from your graveyard to your hand. Too shabby. We got an Omni Changeling. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it has Changeling. Oh, okay. Eclipsed Bogart. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a goblin, swamp, or mountain card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the top of your library in a random order. Oh, okay. Yo, there we go. I was just saying we need another borderless. Yo, look at these. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a merfolk, plains, or island card from among them and put the rest in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom, and put among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That's sick. Abigail, Eloquent, first year. Flying first strike lifelink. When Abigail enters, up to 1 other target creature loses all abilities. Put a flying counter, a first strike counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Dang. Wicked. Mist Meadow Council, but in a hollow. An island, and then a tree folk token, along with the goblin token. Appeal to Eardu. 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2/+1 on a turn. Surly Farrier. Nice. Another Cinder Strike. Another Barbed Bloodletter. Another Wild Unraveling. Another Changeling Wayfinder. Okay. Love the card. Didn't need 5 of them. Another Flaring Cinder. Vinebred Brawler. This creature must block if able. Whenever this creature attacks, another target elf you control gets +1. Okay, that's pretty good. Kindle the Inner Flame. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it has haste. And at the beginning of each end step, sacrifice this token. Flashback. Rhymekin Recluse. One target creature. Nice. Champions of the Perfect. As initial cost of this spell, behold an elf and exile it. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner hand. Wow. A mythic here. Bloom Tender. Vivid. Tap. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. Dang. Dang. Mana for days. And that's why it's a $10 card. Got you, Dot. Appreciate you. Gristle Glutton in a hollow. A mountain and treasure token. We're not even halfway. Bloom Tender is great. It reads great. I can see that being I can see that being a very, very strong card. Don't be bullying people, Dot. And I love the art as well. That's one of the bigger, like, selling points to me. Hexling Squelcher? Yeah, we've gotten... I think we pulled that. I got kind of a head cold. So... Oh, you brought them? Oh, well... Thank you. The Fractured foil for Bloom Tender? Man, you know what? I would love that as well. Gristle Glutton. Pull that guy like 12 times already. Bogart Prankster. A couple of those. Summit Sentinel. When this creature dies, draw a card. Another Timid Shield Bearer. Houston, we have a problem. Yo, appreciate the follow. You just bully dot back? Okay, then you're in the right place then. You're in the right place. Crossroads Watcher. A few of those. Another... Yo, I like this art, but now it's starting to get annoying. Like, for real. I didn't need 12 of them. Stoic Grove Guide, again. He does. We bully dot. Come on, man. What's going on here? Mana box is going crazy. Flame Braider. Add 2 mana and add... Ugh. Oh, ugh. Flame Braider. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast elemental spells or activate abilities with elemental sorcery or sources. Yo, that's pretty strong, I would say. Only costs 2 mana? Crib Swap. Exile target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. How long have you been in the Magic game, Divine? This creature enters, choose up to 1. Oh, yeah. I think we've gotten a Glamour Gifter. Until end of turn, that creature has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains all creature types. Surprisingly not long. Nice. Welcome in. 1 to 2 years? Dang, okay. I see you. I just recently got back into it. I used to play back in... Holy crap. The mid to late 90s. Quit in like 2003, 2004. Came back every now and then, but then just recently came back for a good time here when Final Fantasy released. Another Shimmer Creep. I think we already got one of these. Look at that art. Crazy. Twilight Diviner. When this creature enters Surveil 2, whenever one or more other creatures you control enter, if they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token that's a copy of one of them. This ability only triggers once each turn. I think that's good for graveyard casting. Illusion Spinners. Yep, we've had one of these. Control, you have a fairy, hexproof as long as it's untapped. Yo, that plains though. Alundra Guardian? I don't think... That does not sound familiar. We are only like 6 packs deep in this box. So, anything could be in here. I am moving like fucking molasses today. Some sort of head cold or something going on. I don't know. Remove it and counter non-creature spell. Ooh, that does not sound familiar. I don't think we've actually pulled that one. More Feed the Flames. Another Vile Bogart. Another Silver Grip Peddler. Another Gold Medal Nomad. You can repeat it if you have mana and counters stacked. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of counters in this. And I love counter decks. Yes, I was also, you know what? I was also actually thinking about my Titus deck. Proliferating and counters and all that. That also did come to mind. Forest Druid. Another Stoic. Rooftop Percher. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from your graveyards. You gain 3 life. That's kind of cool. Pitless Fists. Enchanted creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Each deals damage to its power to the other. Nice. I like these. I like these brawl cards, as I like to call them. Wanderbrine Trapper. Tap another untapped creature you control. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Okay. A little control there. Thirst for Identity. Draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards unless you discarded a creature card. Squawk Roaster. Double Strike. Squawk Roaster's power is equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Dang. And there is a... I didn't get a chance to look, but I think there is a 5-color commander pre-built, isn't there? It'd be pretty nutty. Slumberling Walker. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. At the beginning of your end step, you may remove a counter from this creature. When you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. And then a Glen Elendra Guardian. Yo. This one? Oh, no. Yeah. There it is. There it is in the foil version. We were just talking about you, Glenn. Yeah. That is nutty. Holy. Wow. Then you could flash cast it? Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming, did ya? $11? Holy moly. A swamp. And then a shapeshifter. That's what I like to see. Divine is the new GOAT for call-outs. I've got an Heirloom Ante. Another one of those. A Glamourmite. Flash, flying. When this creature enters, choose 1. Tap target creature. Untap target creature. Okay. I can see some uses for that. Another one of these gold medals. Assert Perfection. I don't think I've seen this one. Look at that art. Looks fucking cool. He's like, come on, focus. You killed my fucking thing, bro. Fucking camera. Never mind. Never mind. Blown it. It's done. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the return. It deals damage equal to its power up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. That would be useful. That could come in handy. That could be annoying. Burning Curiosity. I think we already gotten one of those Burning Curiosities. Another Bile. Fucking man. Feisty Spikeling. We don't have one of those yet. What's this guy do? Changeling. Every creature type. During your turn, this creature has first strike. Okay. Nice little bangarang to start your game off. Chitinous Graspling. What is this? I can't tell what's going on in this photo. Oh, is this him right here? That's an arm? And he's like, I don't know. I can't tell what's going on there. Looks cool though. It looks kind of crazy. Eclipsed Elf. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an elf, swamp, or forest card from among them and put it into your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Pretty dope. Dawn Blessed Pennant. I love this card. I love this art. For some reason. This artifact enters, choose elemental, elf, fairy, giant, goblin, kithkin, merfolk, or treefolk. Whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, gain 1 life. Sacrifice this artifact, return target card of that chosen type from your graveyard to your hand. Dang, that's pretty good. Shimmerwild's Growth. Enchanted Land. As this aura enters, choose a color. Enchanted Land is the chosen color. Whenever Enchanted Land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of the chosen color. So basically 2 mana. High Perfect Morcant. When High Perfect Morcant or another elf you control enters, each opponent blights 1. Wow. Holy. That's crazy. Tap 3 untapped elves you control. Proliferate. Oh, we got some Proliferate. Oh, wow. That could be pretty busted as a commander. I'm going to definitely put that one to the side and see what we can do with that. Because that is insane. Feed the Flames. Got another one of those just in foil this time. All right. And another forest and an elf token. Okay. This is way different than ripping Pokemon, man. When you rip Pokemon, you're just ripping to look and then going on about your business. Ripping Magic is like, hey, I hope you don't have anything to do for the next 2 hours. Because... oh, I should have taken my trash out. Because we're going to be here a minute. Scarblade Scout, another one of those. Okay. Aquatics Defenses. I don't think we pulled one of these. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanter creature gains hexproof till end of turn. Enchanter creature gets +1/+2. Okay. Shore Lurker. Got one of those already. Unforgiving Aim. Got one of those. Elder Auntie again. Another Elder Auntie. Elder Auntie. Another Gravegill Scoundrel. Foraging Wickermaw. I think we got one of those already. Add 1 mana of any color. Just becomes that color until turn. Activate only 1 cheat's turn. Yeah, we got one of those. Flying Lifelink. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Then Proliferate. Yo, I'm already thinking of a deck. Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Hovel Hurler. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove a counter from this creature. Another target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. He's gonna hurl you. Raiding Schemes. Each non-creature spell you cast has Conspire. As you cast a non-creature spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control that share the color with it. When you do, copy it. You may choose a new targets for the copy. A copy of a permanent spell becomes a token. What? Yo, I'm gonna have to go into the rule book for that one. We might have to insert this with VV somewhere. Kin Binding. Creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. Dang. That's pretty... It sounds like it could be pretty strong. Prideful Feastling. Changeling Lifelink. And then an island. Yo, I don't think we got an island yet. That's dope. And another one of those. Holy. That's like 5. 5 of those we already got. Another Flamecaster. Another Auntie's Sentence. Another Wanderwine Distractor. Another Wanderwine Preacher. Another Midnight Tilling. Another Prideful Feastling. Another Rooftop Preacher. Another Rime Chill. Oh, no, wait. No. Rime Chill. This spell costs 1 less for each color among permanents. You can tap up to 2 target creatures. Put stun. Oh, yeah, we have. I think we have gone this one. Dope ass art. Boldwar Aggressor. Double Strike. Other giants you control have double strike. Holy. Giant deck incoming. Time to go through old bulk. Encumbered Rejeri. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, while it has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter. Okay. Selfless Safe Right. Flash. 4/2, 5 mana. Your creatures can help cast a spell. Each creature you tap while casting a spell pays for 1. Or 1 mana of that creature. Or 1 mana of that creature's color. When this creature enters, choose a creature type. Other permanents you control of that type aim hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Dang. I can really interrupt some stuff. Yo! Look at that. Yo, Divine, do you need an extra Glen? You need an extra Elendra Guardian? Because we just got another one. Divine pieced out. Divine AFK again. Brambleback Brute. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1s counters on it. Remove a counter from this creature. Activate only as a sorcery. A swamp. Dope-ass swamp. You'll get them back. Tell them to pull another Glen, and if they need a Glen. If they need a Glen, holler. I need to get a drink. Hold on. Okay. And we're back. How many packs are we through? I think we're about halfway through. Maybe? Keep out. 4 damage to target tapped creature. Destroy target enchantment. Dang, that's pretty good. A little control. Crossroads Watcher again. Another enraged Flamecaster. Another Anti-Sentence. Another Summit Sentinel. Another Stoic Grove Guide. We're going to start getting a lot of dupes in here. I can tell already. Reaping Willow. I don't think we've had that one. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1. Remove 2 counters from this creature. Return target creature card many of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Dang. That could be... Yo, proliferate that? You could do it like twice each. Oh my gosh. Okay. The ideas are flowing. Another Seer. Klachan Festival. When this enchantment enters, create 2 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature tokens. Create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin token. Holy cow. Morkant's Eyes. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, you surveil 1. Sacrifice this enchantment. Create X 2/2 black and green elf creature tokens, where X is the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Activate only as a sorcery. Dang, okay. Grub. Storied Matriarch. Menace. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Grub, Storied Matriarch, return up to 1 target goblin card from your graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 red mana. If you do, transform Grub. Grub, Notorious Auntie. Whenever Grub attacks, you may blight 1. If you do, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of the blighted creature, except it has at the beginning of the end step sacrifices token. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a black. If you do, transform Grub. Dang, the back and forth is real. You got BPD, Auntie? Unexpected Assistance in a hollow. And then an island. I don't think we got that full art island. Another one of these. I don't think we've gotten that full art island yet. They don't answer their phone. It's all good. Wildvine Pummeler, got one of those. Flamekin Guildweaver, got one of those. Dawnhand Eulogist, got one of those already. Stratosaur, got one of those too. Appeal to Eardew, got one of those. Kolrath Zealot, I don't think we have one of these. When this creature enters, exile the top card in your library. Until end of turn, your next turn you may play that card. Dang, okay. A little land cycling, late game boofness there. Spiral into Solitude. That's me right there. Just have the card ready for when they do come back. Enchant creature, can't attack or block. Sacrifice this aura, exile enchanted creature. So much blighting. Meander's Guide. Let's meander about. Whenever this creature attacks, you may tap another untapped merfolk you control. When you do, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Holy. Bristlebane Outrider. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. As long as another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature gets +2/+0. Dang, that's a 5/5 for 4. That's kind of busted. Wanderwine Farewell. Yo, it's just like, poof. Return 1 or 2 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Then, if you control a merfolk, create a 1/1 white and blue merfolk creature token for each permanent. Return to your owner's hand this way. Dang, 5 mana or 7 mana? That's a lot, but it also has Convoke, so... Goat Nap. Yo, Goat Nap. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. If that creature is a goat, it also gets +3/+0 until end of turn. What? Bree of Clan Stoutrum. 4 mana. Tap 2. Another target creature you control gains flying and lifelink until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than or equal to the amount of life you gained this turn. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Wow, okay. That's pretty stout right there. Tend to the Sprigs Hollow. And then we got a Mountain Hollow. Boom. We're going to have to pause for station identification here real quick. It's in the mix now. It's in there somewhere. So good luck finding it. All right. Pull some more heat. Blight Rot. Another Curlith Mystic. Another Tributary Vaulter. Guilt Leaf's Embrace. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, enchanted creature gains trample and indestructible. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0. Nice. Another Tweeze. Dude needs a bunch of tweezing. Another Blightened Blackhorn. Blackthorn. My bad. Another Kolrath Zealot. Bark of Doran. and equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 as long as equipped creature's toughness is greater than its power. It assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Holy shit. That would go good with that. Ooh, okay. I can think of many things for that. Noggle Rubber. When this creature enters or dies, create a treasure token. Nice. I love treasure tokens. Let's go. Dundulin Weaver. When this creature enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Spell Snare. Counter target spell with Scuzz. Oh, we got a... I kind of peeked. We got a full art back there. Scuzzback Scrounger. At the beginning of your first main phase, if you may blight. If you do, create a treasure token. Ooh, okay. Yo, I'm loving these. Ooh! Ooh! Look at this. Twin Flame Travelers. Flying. If trigger ability of another elemental you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. That is a sexy card. Foil, too. Yo, look at that forest. And then a fairy token. That's what's up. Why is this one sticky? That's weird. Another Runaway Together. Liminal Hold. I think we've had one. When enchanted creature enters, exile it to one target non permanent. Yeah. Dawn's Light Archer. Flash Reach. 3 mana. Not bad. A Brambleback Brute. This creature enters with 2 mana. Remove a counter if this target creature can't block this turn. Activate its source. Yeah. Scarblade's Malice. We got this one. Ooh. Gangling Stompling. Nice. Ferdoche Core. Add 1 mana of any color. Artifact. This artifact becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. That's good. Another Festival. Iron Shield Elf. Discard a card creature, or discard a card. This creature gains indestructible into turn. Tap it. Okay. Morkant's Eyes. We already got one of those. Ooh, is that a Glister Bairn? Vivid. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Dang. Champion of Klachan. Flash. As an additional cost to this spell, behold a Kithkin and exile it. Other Kithkin you control get +1/+1. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return exiled card to its owner's hand. Terrible. Temporal Cleansing and a hollow. And then Island. We need that full art island, man. Where is it? Where is that full art island? Yo, what up, E? How you doing? We are big chillin'. Flame Chain Mauler. Another Heirloom Ante. Another Glamourmite. Another Sun Dappled Celebrant. Another Assert Perfection. Another Brambleback Brute. Another feisty Spikeling. Another prideful Feastling. We're getting to the bottom of the box here, you can tell. As an additional cost to this spell, you may Blight 2. Choose one. If the spell's cost was paid, choose both instead. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destroy target creature with manual value 3 or greater. Dang, that's pretty strong. Another Pummel for hire. Gut Splitter Gang. Oh, we got in this one. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may Blight 2. If you don't, you lose 3 life. To Blight 2, put 2+1/+1 or 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control. Dang, that's pretty good for 4 mana there. You're either -1/-1ing or losing some life there. Here's a new Wistfulness. This creature enters. When this creature enters, if Forests was spent to cast it, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Damn. When this creature enters, if 2 islands was spent to cast it, draw 2 cards and discard a card. Evoke 2. You may cast a spell for its evoke cost. If you do, sacrifice it when it enters. Holy. That's pretty dope. Gnarlbark Elm. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove 2 counters from this creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end turn. Dang. Gibbon. Just Gibbon folks out here. There's the island. Nice. Beautiful land. It's a beaut, Clark. All right. How many more packs do I need to get through here? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we gotta get through 8 more packs, man. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can make it. I can make it. Another Flame Chain Mauler. Another Heirloom Ante. Another Glamourmite. Another Nomad from the Gold Meadow. Another Assert Perfection. Another Gangly Stompling. Another Ferdosh Core. Lasting Tarfire. At the beginning of each end step, if you put a counter on a creature this turn, this enchantment deals 2 damage to each opponent. Holy! That would go hard with some of these tokens. Puka's Eye. When this artifact enters, draw a card, then choose a color. This artifact becomes the chosen color. Tap 3, tap it, draw a card. Activate only if there are 5 colors among permanents you control. Oh, Graveshifter. We haven't seen this one. When this creature enters, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, look at him. He's like, hey, I need my buddy back. Kinsbale Aspirant. As initial cost of this spell, behold a Kithkin, or pay 2. Whenever this creature you control enters, this creature gets... Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So, like, if I bring 20 creatures in, does it get +20/+20? Holy. Champion of the Weird. Look at that guy. As an additional cost to this spell, behold a goblin and exile it. Pay 1 life, blight 2. Target opponent blights 2. Activate only as a sorcery. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. That's dope. Nightmare Sower. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a -1/-1 counter up to 1 target creature. Plains, and another Shapeshifter token. I really hate that they're not doing art cards in these. I would love to have art cards. Another Wanderbind Preacher. Another Tenda Sprigs. Another Gristle Glutton. Another Bogart Prankster. Another Runaway Together. Another Feistly Spikeling. Another Prideful Feastling. Perfect Intimidation. Choose Wonder Brawl. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Remove all counters from target creature. Whoa. That could go hard. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If a creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Holy. Thoughtweft Imbuer. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets XX until end of turn, where X is the number of Kithkin you control. Holy. Warren Torchmaster. That's dope. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may blight 1. When you do, target creature gains haste until end of turn. Okay. Lorwyn. Imperfect Naturalist. When Lorwyn enters, mill 4 cards. You may put a creature card or land card from among them milled cards on the top of your library. Tap 5. Discard a land card. Create a 1/1 black and green worm creature token for each land card in your graveyard. Interesting. Encumbered Rejuri. In a foil. And then a forest. Oh! Divine. We pulled another freaking another one of those. My brain is mush right now. Elendra. Yeah, we pulled another Elendra. Blossom Bind. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature can't be untapped. And oh yeah, okay. I think we already pulled one of those. A Gallant Foul Knight. Safe Right Cavalry. This creature can't be blocked by more than one creature. Target elf you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Dang. That's what's up. Reckless Ransacking again. Another Scarblade. Another Adequate's Defenses. Mist Meadow Council. I think we've gotten this one. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a Kithkin. When this creature enters, draw a card. Oh! Look at that. Yo, can we get a special guest? I wish I had my soundboard working. Can we get a special guest, please? Special guest. Kinsbale Cavalier. Night creatures you control have double strike. Holy. Look at this card. Beautiful. Special guest. Up to the plate. Voracious Tome Skimmer. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card. Blossoming Defense. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains hexproof until end of turn. For 1 mana? Yes, please. Yes, please. Explosive Prodigy. Vivid. When this creature enters, it deals X damage to target creature an opponent controls, where X is the number of colors amongst permanents you control. Yo, Spine Rock Tyrant. Look at that. This deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Ooh! Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, Spell with a single target, you may copy it. If you do choose spells, those spells gain Wither. You may choose new targets for the copy. Yo, that's crazy. Then a Blight Rot in a Hollow. Yo, that plains. Holy. That plains. Nice. Dream Caesar again. Another Wanderwind Distractor. Another Liminal Hold. Another Dawn's Light Archer. Another Burning Curiosity. Another Gangling Stompling. Another one of these Grasplings. Another Iron Shield Elf. Another Baron. That feels like 2 cards. What? Another Lasting Tarfire. Another Puka's Eye. Oops, we skipped one here. Endblaze Epith. Wow, I just had a stroke. Endblaze Epith. I can't talk. Deals X damage to target creature. When that creature dies this turn, exile a number of cards from the top of your library equal to its power. Then choose a card exiled this way. Until end of your next turn, you may play that card. What? Dang. That's wild. Safe Right Cavalry in a Hollow. And then a Swamp. Okie dokie. Yo, we're down to our last, 4 packs here. Holy. 2 hours later. Okay, we gotta pull some cool stuff. Another Timid Shieldbreaker. I have a feeling that all of our commons are going to be dupes at this point. Feed the Flames. Another Bile Bogart. Another Peddler. Another Nomad. Another Gangly Stompling. I don't know if we've gotten an Eclipsed Kithkin. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Kithkin, Forest, or Planescape from them. Put it in your hand and put the rest in the bot. Yeah, I think we've gotten that one. Yo, a Sizzling Changeling? This creature dies, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Another Pennant. Dope Pennant. Rime Fire Torque. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, put a charge counter on this artifact. Remove 3 charge counters from this artifact. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. That's pretty dope. Another champion. A Virulent Emissary in a Hollow. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. And another dope-ass Plains. An Elf token. 3 more packs. Thank you all for staying with me in this trying time where I'm fucking trying to manage my brain fog at the moment. Unexpected Assistance again. Reluctant Dune Guard. Alana Informant. When this creature enters a dice avail 1. Bone Club Berserker. Got that one. Bog Slither's Embrace. Exile target creature. Temporal Cleansing. Got that one. Spiral into Solitude. Yep, that's me. I'm about to do that after this game, or after this stream. Stealthsight Dagger. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 is all creature types. Okay. Eclipsed Realms. Nice. As this land enters, choose Elemental, Elf, Fairy, Giant, Goblin, Kithkin, Merfolk, or Treefolk. Add 1 mana, colorless. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a spell of the chosen type or activate ability of a source of the chosen type. Okay. Nice. Swat Away. The spell costs 2 less if you have a creature is attacking you. The owner of target spell or creature puts their choice on top of... Ooh, that's a... I hate blue. Blue. Kithkeeper. Enters... Oh, yeah, we've gotten that one. Sunderflock. Interesting art here. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest mana value among elements you control. Flying. When this creature enters, if you cast it, return all non-elemental creatures to their owner's hands. Whoa. And then we got a Bile Bogart in the Hollow and an Island. 2 packs left. Can we do it? Can we do it? Another Feed the Flames, another Dream Caesar. Another Peddler. Another Sun-Dappled Celebrant. Great Forest Druid. Add 1 mana of any color. That would go great with that other creature deals power of its toughness instead of power. Moon Vigil Adherence. Trample. This creature gets 1/1 for each creature you control and each creature card in your graveyard. What? That's crazy. Milling Deck. Giant Fall. Choose one target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Destroy target artifact. Tanaful Rim Speaker. Whenever you cast a spell with mana 4 or greater, draw a card. Ever Shriek's Gift. +1/+0. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Blight 2. Grub's Command. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target goblin you control. Create creatures target player controls get +1/+1 gain haste. Destroy target artifact or creature. Target player mills 5 cards and then puts each goblin card milled this way into their hand. Damn. And then we got a Selfless Safe Right Hollow. When this creature enters, choose creature type. Other permanents you control of that type gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Island of the Hollow variant. And we got 1 pack left. Let's go. We made it. We made it! Check it out. We made it. Now let's keep our box nice and crispy for display purposes. Oh my gosh. Last pack magic is what I'm talking about. Can we last pack magic as much as we do Pokemon? Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains vigilance to turn. Activate as a sorcery. Cinder Strike, another one of those. We got that. Barbed Blood Letter. We got one of those. Of course. Wild Unraveling. This looks new. As an initial cost of this spell, blight 2 or pay 1. Counter target spell. Keep out. I think we could, this is like one of the first cards we got. I like this art. Southside Dagger. Wary Farmer. We got one of those. Nameless Inversion. Target creature gets 3/3 and loses all creature types until end of turn. Protective Response. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Yo. Bogart Curse Drafter. Or Curse Crafter. Whenever another goblin you control dies, create a... Or this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Yo, we did it. Last pack magic. Look at that. Eclipsed Flamekin. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an elemental island mountain card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Look at that. So dope. Yo, 2 back to back. Let's go. Last pack magic. I'm telling you. We got the last pack magic here. You saw it here first. Brigade's Command. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target Kithkin you control. Target player creates a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. So dope. And then a Morkant's Loyalist in a hollow, followed by a regular mountain. Yo! Oko, Shadowmoor Scion. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +3/+3 and have vigilance and hexproof. How do you go about casting that? That's pretty dope. Yo, and that is it. So, as we were cataloging these cards to our mana box, we scored a whopping 276. Those will probably all go down. I am certain that these cards will lose value as the set comes out. These are probably all pre-release prices, but still cool. We cataloged a total of 421 cards. And yeah, we'll have to get a box. I should have got a box at the card shop. When I was out yesterday, my boxes are full. Maybe I'll throw some Pokemon cards away and fucking use one of those boxes. But yes, thank you for putting up with me. My fogginess today. I battling a head cold. I was going to pull yesterday and upload and all this stuff, but I was just way too out of it. So, but yes, thank you so very much. Maybe the highlight, Bloom Tender. Pretty crazy. Yeah, we will, don't forget to follow the YouTube. Don't forget to follow everything else. I'm going to pick up probably a collector's box at the beginning of the month. I had some unforeseen things come up. So, of course, we got to be responsible first, pull second. So, they're holding that collector's box for me until the first of the month. So, I will probably go get a collector's box of that. We got some Pokemon coming at the end of the month. Ascended Heroes, Pokemon Center ETBs. Don't forget to check in on the card grading, how that's going, and pre-grading and all that stuff. And thank you very much for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. And as always, keep on ripping.